Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, I got one of my favorite vehicles today. 1996 F-250 HD 460 under the hood, four-wheel drive, just over 50,000 miles on this baby. Now this thing is definitely stored indoors its entire life. There's no way this thing's been sitting outside since 1996. She is absolutely beautiful. Everything on it to me looks like it's original. I mean, the chrome on the front bumper is looking beautiful. I mean, that's got some years on it right there. That's 30 years, baby. Man, is it gorgeous. Really, really love the color on it too. The two-tone, the blue, and it's almost got a purple hue to it. So it's really, really looking sharp. And then that white is kind of a creamy white, kind of like a Wimbledon white from back in the day. All the trim on it's looking beautiful. She is gorgeous. Like I said, just over 50,000 miles on this. Now it's been set up with a gooseneck setup. So I'm thinking somebody probably pulled their camper with this thing, and when it wasn't pulling the camper, I'm pretty sure it was stored indoors its entire life, because she is just as pretty as can be. You can see the interior also looking beautiful. Tell you what, you would never imagine that this was a 1996 model truck. I really love the split bench too, so it ends up being like 3 seats up front. When I first got, I think I had a 95 model if I remember right. My oldest son was a little guy. He used to sit there in that center seat, fit just perfect. We got a great looking dash in there also. Like I said, no wear and tear on this thing anywhere. She is a beauty. It's got the full-size bed, got bed rail protectors on there. Then the tailgate. Now normally tailgates get really beat up, but you can see the jams on the tailgate all looking beautiful. All the hardware still, I mean, it looks like it's brand new. And then it's got bed liner in it too, and the bed liner's looking gorgeous. You can see the gooseneck setup in there. Tell you what, the tailgate works nice and smooth also. You know, if anybody had done construction with the truck, you know the tailgate's the first thing to go. The only thing on the truck that shows any age whatsoever is that tailgate handle right there. It's showing some age. As you look down the passenger side, I tell you, very, very few small marks on the paint job or in the body work on this thing. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Super cool truck right here, guys. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we do not do any consignment whatsoever. That means we own this truck, and a lot of you may be wondering what that means to you. Most classic car dealers sell on consignment. They sell just about anything that'll roll through the door, and they don't know much about the cars. Finding a Vanguard quality car isn't easy. Our team of 15 buyers review thousands of vehicles each month. Our inspectors travel all over the country to handpick each of our cars, which saves you time, money, and frustration. Think of us as your expert hands, eyes, and ears to make sure that you end up with the highest quality cars. We have almost 50 team members here at Vanguard, and every one of us is a gearhead. Growing up around the Motor City, all of our families worked in the auto industry. I grew up working in the garage with my dad, and we worked on countless classics over the years. Around here, cars are a way of life. All right, let's take this baby for a ride. You want to talk about bringing back memories? This is bringing back a lot of memories. The guy that's pointing the camera at me went with me to get this truck. Well, not this truck, but the truck I had, I think mine was a 95 if I remember right. He's just a little guy, fit right in this little seat in the middle. That was so cool. I thought it was meant to be, I tell you. And if you're a guy who is tired of all the screens and all the buttons and all that, this thing's got all the knobs and everything that you can use. I know a lot of guys don't like those new trucks with all the screens and all that in there, where you gotta get fingerprints all over the screen and you're going down the road, especially in a half-ton, or not a half-ton, but a 3/4 ton truck. Your fingers bouncing up and down and you can't touch the screen where you want to touch it. Love this thing with the 460. And don't forget, we can deliver it anywhere in the world. You just call Tom, he'll tell you how easy that process is. And I want to thank all 1.7 million of you who have subscribed to our channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's a great way to keep track of all of our new inventory, which we get in 1 to 2 new cars every day. So you never know what we're going to bring in tomorrow. I tell you, I love this thing. You can see down here on the dash, everything's stock down here. I just put 5 gallons of gas in it and the gas gauge came up. Now there is one little pinch mark in the steering wheel down here. Looks like they had one of those suicide knob knuckle busters. Remember my dad used to say on the old Mack truck he had one of them, and if you hit a big old bump, that thing would spin around and bust you in the knuckles. That's why they called it a knuckle buster. This guy's gonna get a knuckle buster. I don't know what he's doing sitting here. Guess he's sleeping. Now we'd love to have you come check this truck out and the rest of our inventory in person. And if you need to hop on an airplane to do that, we're close to the airport. Now we're gonna go back to the shop where we're gonna put this thing up in the air so you can check out the bottom side of it. Tell you what, it's bringing back a ton of memories. Of course, I bought I think it was a 97 after I had the 95. So I spent a lot of seat time in a truck just like this. So, like I said, she has a lot of memories coming back to me right now. We're right outside the Motor City, close to the airport. And here's our shop. We're located right here in the Motor City at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. This building is where our team of 15 world-class mechanics inspect and improve every one of our cars. All of our work is done in-house. Our mechanics only service the vehicles we sell. We start with a thorough inspection and test drive. Then our team gets to work. We take the time to learn each car and fix the things that I would fix if it was mine. If that means the engine needs to come out, then it comes out. When you purchase a classic car from an auction or another dealer, in most cases it hasn't been inspected or serviced. You may be in for some unpleasant surprises. At Vanguard, we save you from the headaches that cost you time and money by handling this process for you. Right down the road is our 40,000 square foot indoor showroom. This building is climate controlled and houses over 100 amazing vehicles. We're constantly bringing in new inventory, so you never know what might show up tomorrow. We're underneath this beauty now, and it is just as nice on the bottom side. You can tell it was really well cared for. Everything under here looks original, right down to the spare tire. Now that gigantic rear end housing, we just rolled it over and we're counting right around a 355 gear, and it is posi. The brakes, the guys will pull the brakes all apart, make sure they're in good working order. You can see that the exhaust is original to the truck too. That tells me that this thing definitely lived indoors. Bottom side of the bed, bottom side of the cab, everything just clean as a whistle, man. Just what you'd expect from a very well kept truck. I mean, she is gorgeous under here. Of course, the gigantic transmission. Again, everything under here is completely stock. I see a lot of like paper stickers and stuff still under here too. We got gigantic disc brakes up front. Again, the guys will check those out, make sure they're in good working order. I mean, everything is just looking sweet as can be. Now, the bottom side of the truck, most of the stuff under here was raw metal at one time, and it's been cleaned up and painted to preserve the bottom side a little more. I mean, everything is just slick as can be, right down to these BFGs. You want to talk about making it look like a tough truck, these BFGs are amazing. 285, 75, 16s, and the wheels, those are stock, and they're looking beautiful. Now this has got the automatic hubs, so when you grab four-wheel drive, those hubs actually lock in automatically. As you look down the side, you can see the bottom side of that rocker, nice and clean. And don't forget, we've got those Lund running boards. You can see where they were screwed onto the rocker right here. Then they have a brace that goes over to the frame. Those will be in the cab of the truck, so if that's something that you want to put back on, you can. We took them off to make it look more stock. Out back, we got the same size tire, and of course that gear ratio in that front rear end will be the same. And then you can see the, if you get up there on the top, you can see the hitch there that's in this bed. And you can see the how nice and clean those wheel wells are also. I mean, this thing is slick. A 1996 that looks this nice and neat on the bottom side. Can't believe it. Now let's get under the hood. Under the hood is looking slick as can be. Nice and clean under here. I mean, all the wiring looks like it's new. All the hoses still look like they're new, but don't forget, this thing's what, 28, 29 years old? The paint on the bottom side of the hood's looking good. I mean, she is just as slick as can be under the hood. Of course, power steering, power brakes, air conditioning, 460 power. Now, I told the story, we had a couple other of these trucks. I actually had one of these, and I pulled a little backhoe around with it. And I tell you, out of the hole, I love the power of this 460. Just really had a lot of grunting power. Now the grill is showing a little bit. The chrome is coming loose here on the top, on the very top edge, but that's a real easy piece to replace. I'm sure you can get that reproduction. Other than that, man, truck looks like it did when it came out of the factory practically. So give us a call at 248-974-9513 and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this little dream in your driveway.